If a person starts their heckling with F America, then that gives me the right to defend my country. I couldn't be anti-Mexican. My Mexican fan base is largely responsible for me even existing. So between them and...
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel. City boy! Bruh. Yo, the internet is the gift that keeps on giving. Okay, the internet is the gift that keeps on giving. This was recommended to me on my freaking, just YouTube recommended this to me. I thought it was recent, bro. Are you hearing what he's saying? Are you hearing what he's saying? Are you hearing what he's saying? Bruh. Katt Williams went MAGA before MAGA. Yo, son. Because there's this thing, it's because the Trump immigration thing, there's this clip of Katt Williams roasting a heckler who was like saying F America, right? Anti-American rant because of the border. So you're thinking, oh man, this must have happened during Trump's administration. Bruh, look at this. Look at this right here. This was uploaded on CNN's channel 13 years ago. So what does that make that? I'm not a damn mathematician, but that's like 2012. Trump didn't come into play until like, late 2015 or some man? That's insane. So, and I just wanted to see this because I ain't seen the whole thing. I've seen clips. It was recommended to me. That little part right there, I heard that's what led me to this. It's about 6 minutes long, but this only has 300,000 views. And I was like, that's wild because that video of the heckler and Katt Williams getting after him is like going viral. You know, 13 years later, it's going viral. But this isn't him discussing and addressing why he said what he said. And I'm so curious. And it just fits the channel right now because trending topics is migration and the border, which apparently was a topic of discussion 12 to 13 years ago because someone was in the crowd talking ash. Ain't that funny how it works? Like, that's the thing. Anyway, I ain't going to get into it. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, man. This country is in an interesting spot. The trade war has begun. I'm kind of nervous about that. I can't lie. I'm nervous. That shit looks crazy. I don't know where things are going to go. I hope things the way. Anyway, let's stay on the subject, Katt Williams. So if you want to support what I do, you could like, share, comment, or subscribe. And let's just get into this because this is looking interesting.
I hope that everybody saw what I just saw. If a person starts their heckling with F America, then that gives me the right to defend my country. I couldn't be anti-Mexican. My Mexican fan base is largely responsible for me even existing. So between them and the black community, it's really all I have. But I don't think I need to apologize for being pro-American. The guy said that all of this is still Mexico, and I was just giving him geography. This is America, greatest country in the world.
Yo, I know that wasn't set for a joke, but he's cooking, bro. It's like, I just gave him a geography lesson. Yes, I did. This is insane.
The guy said that all of this is still Mexico, and I was just giving him geography. This is America, greatest country in the world.
Well, help us understand. So, do you not apologize for anything? We showed like a 50-second clip there. It's like 7 or 8 minutes. Go ahead.
I apologize for the fact that the word anti-Mexican is being said to a black guy in America.
But you don't apologize for what you said in that.
Yo, he basically said, I apologize to fucking nobody. That's what he said, yo, in a roundabout way. Let's freaking go. I got to get like this, man. Sometimes I'll get too caught up in my comments because I'll do like culture war talks and politics talks. And I'm like, it's so easy just to sit on the fence and try to get everyone to like you. That is just so much easier than taking criticism. Also, me being a man and taking accountability, being wrong sometimes and being able to fess up to being like, damn, I was wrong on this one. Yeah, you cooked. It ain't easy. But like having that type of attitude, I'm not as like this yet. I'm not in final form yet, right? Like I'm trying to get to that level. Like, fuck what y'all talking about, man? It's okay for me to have my own thoughts and my own ideas and opinions and belief systems. It's rough too, because now that I'm more of a public figure because of YouTube, like people are trying to give me deals, people are trying to work with me, sponsors, stuff like that. And I don't want to think about a sponsor when I'm just spitting from the cuff. I just want to tell y'all what I think. That's it. So it gets crazy because then it starts affecting the bottom line, right? And I see that, right? People unsubscribe, people stop watching, sponsors are leery just because you have just a little edgier view of what the common person has, right? It's crazy. But I don't know, man. I do got to put the family first, but I love how just Katt Williams is just his own man. He's just his own man, and I'm here for it.
That stand-up.
I'm not allowed to, as a stand-up, to a black guy in America.
But you don't apologize for what you said in that stand-up.
I'm not allowed to, as a stand-up. The only thing that I sell is uncensored thought. So I'm only selling them the way I think, uncensored. So I'm not allowed to then come back the next day and apologize. That's for the Tracy Morgans of the world. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. I'm apologizing if somebody thought I was trying to be anti-Mexican. Mexicans are my friends. So
Katt,
bro, Tracy Morgan just got a stray shot, bro.
Morgans of the world. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. I'm apologizing if somebody thought I was trying to be anti-Mexican. Mexicans are my friends.
So Katt, why is it somebody is allowed to put out a statement apologizing on your behalf then?
Sir, they put out a DVD called Katt Williams 9 Lives while I was in jail without my permission. A lot of stuff has been happening to a lot of black celebrities in the world. We just deal with it, thank Jesus, and keep on going, sir.
Now, I guess it's clear to say, you gave me a little bit of what he was saying, but he kept going on and on, this heckler. Now, what was it? You said he said, F America. That certainly set you off. But go ahead.
We were in Phoenix. So this is a heavily Mexican-American crowd. I gave $5,000 out to a Mexican-American serviceman at this same show. It was nothing like that the night of the show. This happened 19 days ago. It's just happening in the news yesterday because it's my birthday.
Well, help me understand.
Bro, y'all got to listen to what Katt Williams is saying, bro. He's systematically destroying mainstream media. He's in an inadvertent way, even calling this dude out. This dude's voice is crazy, yo. Like I speak like, I speak proper, right? But he's just like, it doesn't feel natural, but I'm not tripping. Like, right? Like, because I get it. Like, I'm one of the people like, oh, you sound white because you speak with a proper blah, blah, blah. I don't have like a drawl or like this is considered an American accent to people over the pond, but like, I speak like proper kind of, you know what I'm saying? But this dude sounds like, I don't know, like a Farnsworth Bentley, like, really, Katt, you're not going to, like, it just seems staged. I don't know. But you heard what he said? He's like, yo, y'all are just doing it. This happened this day. This didn't happen like that. Y'all just doing this because it's my birthday and you're the media. Y'all trying to ruin my day, but I ain't going to let it happen. Bro, who would have thought, like, I mean, this is almost like Katt Williams saying he voted for D. Trump, man. Did Katt Williams vote for Donald Trump? Yo, that's crazy. But if you really watch Katt Williams interviews, I didn't know he was this intelligent because I seen them slandering him. Remember he got in something with a kid, and the kid, like him and the kid were like in the grass, like tussling, and like he was in the streets, and they're like made it seem like he was on a substance. But then he comes out, bro. His interview on the Shay Shay Club, on Joe Rogan with Theo Vaughn, and now even this, bruh, he just be shedding light. You just got to listen, but he be in there systematically breaking down mainstream media and and establishment stuff.
And then what was it? Because it's clear that you were visibly upset. And you said you're a proud American, you defended this country. So is that essentially was? He was clearly out of line in your opinion, but he really got you hot.
He just got in his normal frame, the interview. He's like, he got you hot. That's how he normally talks. He got you hot. Like, that's his normal cadence, not the, hey, Farnsworth Bentley. Maybe I'm tripping.
And you said you're a proud American. You defended this country. So is that essentially it was? He was clearly out of line in your opinion, but he really got you hot.
I was offended because he was making a statement that we're not allowed to make in this country. In this country, you have to pledge allegiance to America first and your country of origin second. And so the fact that he was blatantly disrespecting the law that we all follow, black people worked too hard to become black Americans in this society, and we were slaves here. And we did a lot of free work. Whatever they did was in another country, and we certainly applaud their history, but don't come here talking to sons of slaves about that. And if there's something anti-Mexican about what I said, then I apologize for the anti-Mexicanness of it. I was talking to one individual.
I guess that's part of it, that or at least one line.
Oh my God, I got goosebumps. He said exactly what I've been trying to convey on this channel for months now. When people get mad, they're like, yo, you're trying to blame the migrants, this, that. I'm half Mexican, y'all. My dad is black. And I've seen some things, I've been through some things, and I understand the black plight. And black folks should be the most angry about this border situation of migrants coming over. No, they're not necessarily taking the jobs because they are low-quality jobs, but they are taking the resources. But this is the funny thing. The resources they take actually affect white people more because there's more white people on food stamps. And I think welfare, too. Like, it's just crazy. Like, black people get staged, right? Like, oh, they're this, that, and the other. And it's just weird. I take accountability for what is going on. Like, we are wilding with the violent crime rates. We are wilding as a black community. We're tripping. And that a lot of that comes from gang violence, you know? It's unfortunate. But he just says some crazy stuff. It's like, bro, we have a different plight in this country. And when you think about, I've always said this about the black man's plight, like we had such a blotch, such a dark period in this country, the way we were treated after slavery, more so, you know, after slavery is not worse than slavery in that sense, but it's just incredible how black folks were treated after slavery. But it still became the place where people who were slaves, and I don't even know if I'm from slavery, bro. Native Americans had slaves, black people had slaves, and white people had slaves. But it wasn't this huge majority. Like, America wasn't this pot of a majority of people having slaves. That just wasn't it. It was like there's a class of people who could afford slaves, and they had slaves. Anyways, for what black folks have been through in America, this was the only country that slaves turned to kings, meaning slaves have the same opportunities as anybody else. There are more black millionaires from America than anywhere else. There's more influential black voices globally because they're American, talking about entertainers, talking about politicians. You know what I'm saying? So, like, black folks, like, I just hope they wake up and don't piss away the opportunity because of the past, right? The past is the past, and it's something we need to remember so it does not happen again, absolutely. But just saying down with America, burn this place down, bro, it's lit, man. It's lit. That's why they coming over here. And that's why I can't stand seeing other countries' flags in my country raised first. If you raising it like, yo, American flag, and then, yo, this is where I'm from, awesome. I got my Italian flag. I got my Mexican flag. I got my Ukrainian flag. I got my Russian flag. I got my Japanese flag. Awesome. After the American flag. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel, man. That's how I feel.
Line in there that did get some people probably upset more so than others, because a lot of people familiar with your comedy. I am as well. I didn't hear a whole lot that was, a departure from some of the other stuff I've heard you say in routines before, but you did say we were slaves. Speaking of black people, y'all just work like that at the landscaper. Even that statement, right. You don't apologize for that one either? You think that one?
Don't apologize, Katt. That's facts. Why are they trying to get you to apologize for facts? Don't ever on God's green earth try to compare slavery to someone who comes over here and works for low wages. Don't you ever on God's green earth try to compare slavery, and I'm talking about anybody who was a slave in this country, to people coming over here willfully for low wages. Don't do that. Don't do that. See, that's that ignorant bullshit, man. See, now I'm getting heated. I didn't want to do this on this channel.
Got too close to going over the line?
I can't apologize for it, even if it was close to the line, because at the end of the day, I wasn't there to make racial conversation. I was there to tell a joke. The joke was, if Mexicans love America, could they give black people Mexico? That was the entire joke, because we'd love it and it's real close. We couldn't go back to Africa because of the flies. That was the joke. None of that's airing on the tape. This is an hour-and-a-half show, sir.
Yo, he is wild. Let's go, Katt.
Now, would you, do you understand, at least some people hearing that, and you were talking to one guy. It's clear that other people in the crowd were laughing at what you were saying to him, even as you were going off on the one guy.
If I had disrespected Mexicans, I wouldn't have been able to get out of there alive, sir, with all due respect.
But as people, do you understand why people who do hear it maybe do get offended by it, who maybe didn't read or listen to the whole
F them.
7-8 minutes of it, but just maybe read a few comments? You think they just have the wrong impression, or you understand why some might think the landscaper comment might have been offensive? Telling a Mexican like that guy to get to stepping back to Mexico, how that comes off as being
step. If that's what you honestly think, step. That's facts. He's spitting facts. I don't give a flying F with bruh.
offensive.
No, he said that we were in Mexico. So let me just say this. Yes, I can see what you're saying, TJ. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I think those people should watch more of this CNN show so they can see there are real news factors going on in this country, things we should discuss, like our president versus football, rather than worry about what a comedian's saying. If you don't like me, don't come see me. If you do like me, I'm here for you. But I love Mexicans and I love Mexican Americans. But I love America overall. Let's be very clear about that.
Any concern about how people might view you down the road, how this could impact your career down the road? People might not want to book you in Texas or Arizona or California.
Sir. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Let's let that happen, but let the statement be that I'm a Christian, I'm straight.
All right. Well, we will leave it there. Again, I'm glad we got to clear it up, because we have...
Hold up.
Hey, to my mic drop moment. Who does that? Who says that these days? Bro, he voted for Trump, man. I'm just going to say it. Katt Williams voted for Trump. There's no way. There's no freaking way, man. There's no freaking way. This fool voted for Donald Trump, bro. Yo, the world I live in is crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy that what he just said is controversial, though. That's why I'm laughing, because I understand the pushback that all outlets give when you get like this. But guess what? He's on Netflix. He's still doing. See, good for him, man. When you're the greatest at something, when you are great, consider one of the greats, you can speak your mind. You can speak your mind. You can do you. That's excellence. And I hope people strive to do it, man. This is inspirational, man, for me. It's inspirational, man. This is great. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna get into that, my personal stuff. They kind of F me up. The mainstream narrative, they put me in a dark place in 2020, man. I got canceled on Twitter, on Facebook, almost on YouTube. And it really shook me up, because I've always been like a public figure. And my music career was at its at its turning point, starting to end for the most part. So, I'm starting to become a figure online, and then my business they took in 2020, and I just took accountability. I just rocked on. I figured I adapted, I innovated. But yeah, man, like this is what I need to see. I need to see someone being brave and standing up and saying what he honestly thinks, because there was a moment in time where I wasn't saying what I honestly thought. Not that I don't know how to explain it, but I had to retreat, or I wouldn't be able to feed my family. And I hate that I had to retreat. And people wonder why there's this political division and this war in this country, and they don't think about what's done to people when they do it, and the vengeance that could be in their heart, which I have somewhat of a vengeance in my heart. I try to let it go, but there's still an anger and hostility in my heart for what was done to me and my family in 2020. I'm not going to get into depths. So when people see me go rogue on my channel and think that I'm something else, like they're like, I thought you were one of the good ones. I thought you were a good guy. You're just like, this, because they put me in this box. I am a good person. I have a lot of love in my heart. I love everyone. But I also have a lot of hostility and anger for the way, I'm just going to speak for me and my family, were treated in 2020. It's funny that this made this come out of me. Sometimes I just have to take a look in the mirror and say these things so I can release that anger and hostility, because I try not to be an emotional person, because also that would show the flaw. Like when I'm doing commentary, it's out of anger and emotion, and you can't do that. You got to try to be level-headed and see the common sense, the logic, the nature within things. So I try to refrain from that. But right now, this brought back those feelings, and I know they are harbored within me at some capacity still, somewhat. So, yeah, man. Good for Katt Williams. Thank you, brother, man.
City boy, city boy.